So it's Friday and it's my day on theReelDVDWatchers, and I'm here to review a movie, and I'm late to the game with this movie, but I don't think anybody has reviewed it on this channel, and I didn't do it on my channel, so it's happening. It's Scream 4. I was going to do a horrible impersonation of Ghostface, but I've decided against it, and I feel as if that's the best thing for all of us. So, Scream 4, fourth movie in the Scream franchise. Like a 10-year gap in between the third one and the fourth one, and I gotta say, it delivered. It delivered. This, I think, is the most self-referential movie I've ever seen in my life, and so the plot is kind of hard for me to explain. I guess it's a new set of kids, high school kids. One of them is Sidney Prescott's cousin, and they all live in Woodsboro, and it's the anniversary of the Woodsboro massacre from the first movie that we saw, and they've made 7 stab movies, and there's a whole bunch of things going on, and Sidney comes to Woodsboro to promote her book that she wrote. Deputy Dewey is now Sheriff Dewey, and he's married to Gail Weathers, who's now Gail Riley. And she isn't a reporter anymore. She's kind of feeling stifled, and she wants to write a book because Sidney is getting all the good press. And there's just, of course, killings start happening, and Ghostface is like deciding that he's gonna torture Sidney again. The new cast of young people were very good, although I felt like the only people that I was invested in were Emma Roberts, who plays Sidney's cousin, Hayden Panettiere, I think that's how you say her last name. She plays Emma Roberts' best friend, Kirby, who is amazing. I think that she's the best part of the movie, and Rory Culkin, who plays Charlie. He was also very good in this movie, and the others were fine. I mean, they were entertaining, but some of them, of course, die, and you know that. And I wasn't really like, oh man, I can't believe that guy died. For the gore factor, this was a very gory movie, and I'm pretty squeamish. I was able to handle it, kind of. I had to psych myself up to go see it, but it is trying to outdo the past ones as a rule. That's what it's supposed to do. So there's more gore. From here on in, I will be talking about plot points. So if you have not seen the movie, I suggest that you stop the video. Okay, so now that we're getting into the plot points, I can tell you about things that I liked and disliked. For example, the thing that I didn't like about this movie was just one death, and I think that it's because it was so over the top, it kind of removed me from everything else that was happening. But one of the cops dies. He gets a knife in the forehead, and he gets out of the car, and he's bleeding profusely from his forehead, and he gets out of the car and he stumbles a few feet in front of the car and falls to his knees, and then says a line about Bruce Willis that was referencing a conversation he had had earlier, and then dies. So like, he got stabbed in the forehead. He was able to get out of his car, walk in front of his car, and say something before dying. It was so that was so dramatic, over the top, that I was kind of like, really? Did he really just get stabbed in the forehead? So I also liked the killers, which I was surprised about, and it was her cousin Emma Roberts and Rory Culkin. They were the killers this time, and I liked her motive, which was she wanted to be the new Sidney Prescott, and I liked what she was saying about fame, and due to the internet and stuff, everybody's everywhere all at once, and you don't have to accomplish anything really to be famous. You just have to have messed up stuff happen to you, and so she was staging it so it looked like her boyfriend had done all this, had been Ghostface, and then she would be the survivor, and she would be the new Sidney, and she would be famous, and people would want to talk to her, and I mean, like, interviews, and she'd write a book, and that was her goal. Also, what saddened me the most was Kirby getting stabbed in the gut. I was so upset about that. I was like, no, don't want her to die. It never really showed her die though. It kind of just showed her on the floor gripping her stomach. So if there's a fifth one, maybe she's survived. I can have my delusions if I want to. Of course it was funny and snappy dialogue, and there was a few times that I laughed out loud, and it mentions a lot of pop culture, and it was good. I liked it a lot, and I thought that it had potential to be very bad, because the third one was not really that good. It was kind of a joke, and this one kind of reinvigorated it. And I think that if I had to say, it is probably just as good as the first one. I don't think it's better. The first one might have a little bit more of an elevated stance because it is the first Scream, but it did do its job, and I'm very impressed by it. So woohoo! Well, that's my review. I hope that it wasn't too confusing, and I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will talk to you on Sunday on my channel. Scott's tomorrow. Peace out.